Welcome back to Roll for Recipe, the series where the dice are the head chef. I'm gonna roll for some ingredients and then make a dish with them. Let's get rolling. Getting the rolling started with a restriction. And that is 6. We finally rolled one pot meal that's been on there for over 30 episodes, and this is the first time it rolled. And a D12 for protein. That is 1 for canned fish. Oh boy. And a D10 for carb. That is a 4 for oats, first time I've probably ever mixed oats and fish before. And by popular request, we will be doing 2 D20 seasonings from now on. And that is a 9 for allspice and a 17 for furikake seasoning. Now 2 more D20 for produce. And that is a 2 okra and a 20 for leek. Last but not least, D100 wild magic roll. That is 85 for crispy onions. Here's a quick summary of everything that we rolled, so let's get cooking. So with 1 pot and oats, I'm thinking like a 1 pot porridge type dish. I'm gonna start with a bit of a riff on the Holy Trinity, which is usually onions, pepper, and celery, but instead of onions, I'm gonna swap that out with leeks, and a little bit of garlic as well in there for some aromatics. For the allspice spice mix, I mixed it with the following spices, and later on I will be adding the furikake as a garnish. I went with steel cut oats for this recipe, and for the liquids I used about a 3-to-1 ratio of vegetable stock to milk, adding little by little as I went. The veggie stock was made using leftover scraps and extra vegetables from the series, in case y'all ever wonder what I use those for. And for the toppings, we have our furikake seasoning, crispy onions, and our fish, which was a mackerel in tomato sauce. Well, first time I've ever tried a savory oatmeal before. Also first time I've ever had mackerel like this before. Bon appetit. So as I kind of suspected with getting a whole fish like this is that the fish flavor's coming through very strong. Thankfully, it mixes pretty okay with the porridge. The porridge itself does taste pretty decent too. It's got a nice warmth from the allspice mixed with a lot of those other flavors. With that said, while it's decent, I'm not sure I'd ever make this combination again. All right, I'm gonna give this one a 6.2 out of 10, and I'm going to call it the fisherman's porridge. I will say this is likely a little bit of personal preference because canned fish is mediocre to me at best, but I did like a lot of the flavors on the porridge, and here I think the fish worked a little better than it usually would. So overall, pretty decent dish, but nothing I would probably eat again. As always, thanks for watching, remember to like and follow, and I'll see you next time.